Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Jason Pizzino here on the Jason Pizzino channel. And today I wanted to jump into Bitcoin again. It's been pretty popular lately, obviously, with a lot of the price movement and the volatility. And I'm enjoying making videos almost daily, almost like every weekday at least, and just sort of recording the price action and where I think the market's going, and keeping a nice record of that, so I've got something to look back on in the future and just see, how well I track the market. So far I'm doing alright. My account is showing it's doing alright, and you can see from the videos it's doing not too bad. So today I wanted to talk about, as you can probably tell from the title of the video, is preparing for the Bitcoin bear market. And I already know, without people even watching the video, there'll be tons of thumbs down, there'll be people commenting everywhere, or at least I hope there's a lot of people commenting, otherwise it's, there's just a few fucking views and a few likes, and I'll make the video for my record. But anyway, that's generally what you see. Everyone thinks that Bitcoin will go up forever. In the long run, it'll go up, but in the meantime, we'll have corrections, and I kind of feel like this might be where we're heading, and I'll mention a few reasons why, a few price targets where I'm looking, and then how I'm going to play the game out at this point. Now, I'm not going to be doing that with my entire account. There's so many moving parts. I just want to play with a certain section of my trading account and just keep that as record. So I'll pop up a chart, I don't know, this side or that side, whatever fits on the screen when I'm editing. I'll just move over so it fits. And I don't want to make the video too long, but I will talk about a few. And I've got my trusty laptop here, but I'll show the chart up here so you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so we saw over the last week or so, Bitcoin got dumped all the way down to 2980, and now we've bounced back. Right now when I'm making this video, we just almost hit the 4,000 mark. We're at 3924 at the moment. All my numbers are off Bitfinex. And look, I'll just add another proviso in there. If anyone's, hating on the video and wants to make comment that Bitcoin always goes up and you don't understand the just as well, I've got a chart up here, and you don't understand the fundamentals and this thing's never gonna fall, blah 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 blah. Think about this 2 weeks ago. Who would have thought that we would be buying Bitcoin at 2980 or at 3000? I know I bought it at 3300. I had some stops set there. I was looking at 3000, but I just got in a little bit earlier. There was like that bit of a pause. Anyway, long story short, that's what I'm talking about. We always think that there's no way it could happen. But you wait like a week from now, this thing could be 5,500, or it could be down in the 2,000s again. We just don't know 100%, but all we have is history and a few, like support and resistance that works for you, that you see in the chart when you're watching it regularly. You see some of these work really well for your eyes. You've been tracking it for a while and you just feel like these work. So these are the levels I'm looking at. I use a lot of 50% fibs. I know a lot of people like to work off the 61.8 and the 38.2s or thereabouts. I do my technical analysis is from Gann theory, Gann technical analysis. So he divides the 100% up into 8/16, 1/4, thirds, and works it that way rather than the fib numbers exactly. They're only a couple of percent off, and as you can see, when markets reach those numbers, they either they kind of bounce off them. They're quite close. If I'm going to use a 31.8% retracement, 33.3 is roughly the same. So I'm looking at 4,000 as a resistance level. That's around 50% of the move that we saw down to the low we just had. I think it'll bounce through that and probably hit around 4,300, maybe a bit higher, maybe not. But I'm looking at that as a point that I will take some of my Bitcoin and hedge it with Tether or whatever I'm doing there, whether I just convert it back to Aussie dollars. I'm not sure at this point, but either way, I'm going to move a section, part of my portfolio and hedge it against a particular dollar at around the 4,300 level. I'm going to trail that up, so if it keeps moving, then at least I can take advantage of that. But if we happen to see a sharp fallback from there, then at least I've got some profits. Now, I'm doing that because I'm not too concerned if I miss out on the run and it actually hits back to 5,000 and reverses, or if it hits 5,000 and keeps going. At least I've got some money aside so that I can buy it back, because I think if it fails here, we're going to see a really big drop, and probably a drop to somewhere, we'll test that low again at 3,000, and if it goes below there, then I think we'll see wherever the last support levels were, and that's probably around your big 50%, around 2,500, below that 18, and if everything turns to shit, then probably around 1,200. So I've got a few levels that I'll be buying back down on. I'm pretty sure that we would go straight through the 3,000 again. I don't think it's going to hold up there if we're to see this fall. So 24, 18 and 12 is where I'm looking to buy my Bitcoin. If it goes beyond 5,000, then I've got another target set, like a buy limit set to purchase back in. I'm not concerned that I've lost out on 20% of the run up with this section of my portfolio. That is the risk that I'm willing to take. And yeah, like if it's going to go beyond that, then it's going to go a fair bit further. So I'm happy to miss out on that as a backup in case it does fall. So I've got some aside and I can take advantage of the cheaper Bitcoin. You know, I get it out at 4,300 and buy it back at 2,400. That's a pretty good fucking gain. Even if it falls to 1,800, you know, I've still made that chunk rather than have just sat through it and hodled. So I think if it goes through there, we're going to see it go a lot further. This thing has run up. It's had so much energy for quite some time. Since March is where the big energies come in, but we've been going up since 2015. So this has been a really long bull market. These things don't run forever. I'm sorry to say, I know I get hate and you don't understand Bitcoin and, you know, the limited capacity of it all, blah, 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 blah. What you don't understand as well, you know, if you're the sort of person saying that, what you also have to understand is people's emotions getting into this, you know, what their intentions are. Is it just for profit? Is it just to turn it over and make some money? There's greed involved. So they're the sort of things that play with the market, not just the fundamentals of Bitcoin itself and how it works and how it runs. So they're my levels. As I said, I wanted to put this in a video. Hopefully it helps you guys if you've been starting to think about it. I did want to say what I felt about the market and why I think it might be doing that is it's really hard to put into perspective apart from it just feels like the energy is starting to run out at certain times. I'm not seeing it react the same as what it did on the previous falls, and kind of just keeping track of the sentiment around the market too, you know, what people are saying, how people are reacting to news, what else is going on out there. It's kind of like your own personal cliff high web bot where it's taking in information of the words that are getting said and, you know, you're just sort of putting that into energy. I can't teach that. Mine might be off, I don't know. I just have what I have to go by and put that into play. If I'm looking at it technically, then the run-ups are getting sharper and faster. So I don't think that is always a good sign when we're looking to, you know, head on and smash another big section up. Having said all that, it could be wrong, but I've just got to go with what I feel, and so far it's been doing me pretty well. So put it out there, hopefully it helps you guys. If you think it's all bullshit, great, that's up to you, but have a think about it and just don't be blindsided that this will last forever. That is the main point, regardless of what everyone else is saying out there. So keep it in mind, do your checks, research, and have a good time out there. Anyway, that is the end of the video. Remember to like, share, subscribe if you are enjoying the videos, and let me know what you think down below. Hit me in the comments. I'm always getting back to you guys, as you can see in the other videos. And if you've got anything else you want to talk about, or maybe I should make a video on that, there's something else good out there that will make a good video, let me know down below, and I'll see you in the next video. But until then, I didn't really make any sense. So until then, peace out.